for tuning in to Let's Talk About It Media 21. I hope you're having a great day. Stay positive, stay focused. Let's get to it. What is the hot topic that's going on YouTube or Instagram? Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Don't forget, the Cash App is Let's Talk About It Media. Thank you for all your love and support.
Let's get into what Nene had to say.
A disappointing video, but nonetheless, here goes. So earlier this week, I was told by my management company that the Netflix scripted series called The Upshaws were interested in casting me for a part. In Upshaws, it's Mike Epps and Wanda Sykes. Directing this particular episode is Kim Fields. I was excited to do it. It's a comedy. I love comedy. I used to have a comedy show out on the road, some of you guys know. So comedy is something that I love to do, and was really happy to do it. As the talks went on, we agreed upon whatever we agreed upon. I was to fly out to LA on Tuesday. They told me that Porscha was also playing in this particular series. She would be side by side with me.
Next video.
Disappointing video. Excited. I haven't seen Porscha. We always have a good laugh when we see each other. So I was just like, okay, so me and Porscha are going to kill this part. I get to LA on Tuesday. They tell me to go straight to the studios. I need to go into wardrobe. Once I got into wardrobe, I'd chosen to wear like this silver color. They showed me a picture of Porscha. They said the Porscha's wearing something similar in color, and maybe I would choose something else because we were going to be, side by side doing this scene. No problem. I gave them a whole different look. They told me we were going to be having rehearsal. At rehearsal, I didn't see Porscha. There was a stand-in. We broke for lunch. We came back. We were going to do a whole run-through. I still didn't see Porscha. I'm just waiting to see Porscha, right? I'm excited to see Porscha. I'm like, well, I want to, wait. I'm excited. I haven't seen Porscha. We always have a good laugh when we see each other. Porscha said, so me and her could chop it up. So Porscha never came. We wrapped for the evening. I went back to my hotel. When I got to my hotel, production called me and asked me if I had any issues with any housewives because they were going to be recasting the other position. And I was like, oh my God, no, like what? And they were going to recast the position that Porscha was playing. And I was like, what? Why? And they said, do you have any issues with Kim Zolciak, Cynthia Bailey, Marlo Hampton? And I was like, no. Like, I just saw Kim recently and we talked. I talked to Cynthia Bailey often. I talked to Marlo Hampton often. No, like, they ultimately cast Cynthia Bailey and she was flown out to LA on Wednesday. We did the part together. I was later told that Porscha said, so me and her can
Next
chop
clip.
it up. Porscha did not show up to work and had said that she did not want to work with me, that we had issues from the past, and she did not want to work with me.
Allegedly. Her words, not mine.
Let me take that in for a second. Listen. I am more than disappointed. Porscha and I have double dated a few times, okay? Okay.
And we've seen that they've double dated.
Simon had a birthday. We were all in Miami together. We hung out for the whole weekend to celebrate Simon's birthday. We all decided one weekend to go to Vegas to see Usher. We all went to Vegas to see Usher, couples. I was in Dubai. Porscha and Simon were in Dubai. We all hung out. Porscha did not show up to work and had said that she did not want to work with me, that we had issues from the past, and she did not want to work with me. Let me take that in for a second. Listen, I am more than disappointed. Porsha and I have double dated a few times, okay? Okay. Simon had a birthday.
Next clip.
We were all Yanni and I have gone to Simon and Porsha's home to hang out, party, drink. My son came over, brought hookahs. We ate African food, had a great time. Of course, Porsha had a wedding, and I'm at her wedding. I've seen Porsha in Atlanta out. We've laughed and talked. I am shocked that Porsha would go to a production company. Yanni and I have gone to Simon and Porsha's home to hang out, party, drink. My son came over, brought hookahs. We ate African food.
Next clip.
Had a great. I am shocked to hear that Porsha would go to a production company and say that she doesn't want to work with me because we've had a lot of issues in the past. What lots of issues that we had in the past. Mind you guys, I haven't been a housewife in over 4.5 years, okay? Besides that, as black women, okay, when you call a black woman angry, difficult, we've got problems, I can't work with them on set, that is a death trap for a black woman in the industry. We don't have any issues that we can't work together. We are professionals. We get on set and we work together and do what we got to do. Your issues in the past, if you had to pick a housewife, it certainly wouldn't be with me. It would have been with Kenya. It would have been with Candy. Those were your major issues. We've had petty things. We're on a reality show. So we obviously are going to have some sort of issues, but we've not had anything where we could not work together.
Next clip.
I am shocked, sad and disappointed that Porsha would go to any company and say that she's had issues with me and we cannot work together. That is a lie.
We've seen them together.
I text her.
Constantly.
So it's not like I'm doing this video, I didn't text her. I text her. And she sent me a text back saying that she's going through her divorce and I didn't reach out to little sis. Are you serious? You and your husband were just happy and smiling in Dubai. I thought you guys were having a fight, and maybe you guys are going to get back together. I don't know what y'all personal business are. I don't want to be nosy, okay? I don't want to invade your privacy. Maybe you need some time. I don't know what you need. I was happy to see her and talk to her and chop it up then. I don't want to pry. Yes, Yanni and Simon are hanging out together, but that has nothing to do with me. I'm not hanging out with Simon. Yanni's hanging out with Simon. I can't change this relationship. I'm sad and disappointed
Next clip.
that Porsha would go to any with that man. I wouldn't let him change my relationship with Porsha. It's disappointing. It's very disappointing that you would do that. It's very disappointing, and people need to stop. They need to stop doing that. That's not right. With that man, I wouldn't let him change my relationship with Porsha. It's disappointing. It's very disappointing that you would do that. It's very disappointing, and people need to stop. They need to stop doing that. That's not right. With that man.
Next clip.
I wouldn't let. When Porsha and I were on Housewives together, she was divorcing her first husband, and I fought for Porsha to stay on the show. I went to production and talked to whoever I needed to talk to at Bravo to just put my 2 cents in that I felt like she should stay on the show. When she drugged Kenya off that couch, she was saying all kind of things. I got down on my knees and put my hand over her mouth so that she wouldn't dig herself into a bigger hole than she was already in. The bottom line is, Porsha did not want to share the spotlight. That's it. And professionals can share the spotlight. Porsha is not a star. She is a Bravo celebrity. Be clear. When Porsha and I were on Housewives together.
So there's the clip. Nene's not happy, and we get it. I mean, the biggest thing is if you sign up for, you sign up for a job, you're not trying to do a job because Nene did not call you and check on you in regards to your divorce. Are you being serious? So that's the biggest thing, too. She wants to be the biggest star. It's very clear. I was actually in the middle of doing something else. But yeah, I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised because Nene is not problematic. And then I guess Porsha is trying to, try and act like she, you know, can. But if this is the biggest thing, if she was sent something, she was sent something to her lawyers to be on set. And then she decides not to be upset on set. Can they go after her legally? I'm wondering because you signed up for it and you're there. But then just because she didn't call you about your possible divorce, that's interesting to me. This is the other thing I'll talk about. A few days ago, Simon had said something about if you guys are the ones that push Porsha to divorce me, you should be a part of her healing process. I don't want to say the words he said because I'm not trying to get, but Porsha and Simon are kind of going through it. They are, and he has things to say. If you are behind Porsha filing for divorce, you should own her state of mind. I'll say it that way. Did not arrive here on our own accord. So they're going through it. So for her to act like Nene has to be there for her through this and not wanting to be on a job site because Nene didn't contact her, and then they were about to wear the same dress and Nene was the one that decided to change the outfit. Now, mind you, when a production is ready to go, they can lose money if you're not ready to go. Now they have to call another woman to come in for Porsha's spot. Interesting. But see, they also wanted to change the narrative about Porsha. Think back about Porsha Family Values. Those last 4 episodes were a lot. How she treated Dennis, how she treated Dennis's mom, how production, things were thrown at them. That's all concerning. I am still surprised that production did not sue her. And did they? But we never heard anything about it. But I'm not going to go on a job and somebody's throwing something at me. Nope, 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 nope. I'm not going to go on a job and somebody's throwing something at me. Equipment was damaged. We saw it. Everybody did videos on it. But what was Sister Nene? All she could do was rise above. She's already talked about how people try to shade her in regards to trying to have a comeback. People trying, I have to watch what I say. People try and make it to where they don't want her to do different things. They're trying to allegedly cancel her. But she's been booking stuff, but not how she should be booking stuff. You know what I mean? But Bravo has his own concerns. I just saw something that people are stating that they're trying to get Andy out and that Carlos King needs to more so focus on his shows versus the Bravo shows. And they're like, hello, your shows, your people, Carlos King, what's going on? Why aren't you having them in a lot more interviews? Why aren't you focused on what they've got on daily? And he's like, I'm going to let the show do what it do regarding Carlos King shows like Love and Marriage. There's so many things that's going on with Love and Marriage. But yeah, what wishes to Nene? Let me know in the comments how you feel about Nene, this Porsha situation. I'm glad she spoke up. I really am. Because think about how Candy tried to keep Phaedra away from the show. But that whole situation never should have happened, what was said. And then Candy monetized off that and had whatever she had. And then things were concerning on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I don't know, y'all. It's all concerning. Let me know how you feel about Nene speaking out. Let me know how you feel about Porsha walking away. Let me know how you feel about them having to recast Porsha. Hello. And then somebody else had to be flown in immediately. You know what that's like for production? It costs a lot of money to get people there. And then it costs a lot of money to change the date and do it a different date, because sometimes they only block out so many days. So they probably had to do what they probably planned to do. Maybe I'm just throwing it out there. What they planned to do within like a 5-day period, they probably had to do in a 7 to 14-day period because they had to get Cynthia with her attorney, get contracts, get her flown out. Oh my goodness. Well wishes. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe.